Alright guys, so while I may not actually like clutch builds, I do like to actually empower players to understand their builds a little bit better. And in this build, I'm basically just showing you how to use clutch, but actually be immune to all status effects. And you know, one of the biggest counters to clutch builds is actually a lot of the hive bleed or the seeker bleed, you know, pretty much killing players before they can even get into a fight. So in this video, I just want to basically, show you how to do that, take a look at it. And I was going to post this video about 2 weeks ago, but before I did that, I actually looked on YouTube just to see if anyone had did that already. I did end up discovering that there was another small YouTuber by the name of Angel Hernandez who had actually already made the build. So I didn't really want to, kind of like steal his thunder. So I've decided, to wait a little bit, just let him get, whatever views from his video before I posted it myself. So I'm going to put his link to his video down below. So if you're interested in that, make sure to go take a look and support him if you enjoy his content. All right, so moving into the build, you can see here I'm running the Technician. And obviously, again, I'm using the clutch build as seen here. For my weapons, I'm using the FAMAS, obviously, with strained. It's got stable on it and double duty, which isn't really that important, mostly rolled in with crit mods. And of course, I'm using the Merciless for the explosion damage. But as you can see here on my mask, I'm using the Hollow Man mask, which has 60% hazard protection. And you can see on my chest, I'm using the Fenris with crit chance, crit damage, berserk, and vital. On my holster, I'm actually using Richter and Kaiser for that extra 10%, and I've got it rolled with health. I haven't really perfected this build because I'm not really that interested in using clutch personally, but it's got the crit hit damage from the Wyvern and crit hit chance. And moving to my gloves, got Douglas and Harding for assault rifle damage and crit chance. And then of course my backpack with spark and regular insulated, also rolled with health and crit chance. Now the thing that I guess you should note about this build is that perfect insulated and regular insulated are actually considered two different talents. So they actually do stack with each other. So you basically, by having both of them, you do end up getting 80%. So then with the 10% from the Y'all gear, I get an additional 10% for 90. And then of course with the 10% from the RK, that gives me 100% hazard protection. As you can see here, I've got 230k health, but I've also got that 100% hazard protection, which basically, prevents me from bleeding or burning, which is probably one of the biggest dangers to most clutch builds, especially when you're fighting skill builds. It's not really that hard of a build to put together. Yeah, it requires a little bit of DZ work, but I mean, obviously, if you're running clutch and you want 100% hazard protection, you're probably going to be willing to go into the DZ to get a build like this anyway. So it's not really that big of a deal for those players. If you run clutch for PvE and you're not a PvP player, you can always just keep an eye out for the vendor resets and maybe get lucky and be able to buy them. That's pretty much how I got mine, just because I don't like farming the DZ. All right, but that'll do it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.